So I'm going to kind of mess around with Smoke here, do a little round pen work with him, and something we need to be aware of when we're round penning. We just shouldn't bring our horse in here and just chase him around and around. We should do things with some kind of purpose. I want him to see that the position of this whip has some meaning, that I want him going forward. And then right here, I want you to see his eye started to come to me as soon as that whip went down. You see how I can kind of draw him to me this way. And then if he sees this whip come at this shoulder, see how he went to move away? Now I can kind of herd him forward this way. If he sees that whip drop down, I want you to see how his eye starts to come to me immediately. Very good. So we want him to come to believe that the position of the whip has meaning. Me just out here flipping it around doesn't mean anything to him. But if I present it to his shoulder, see how he leans away? And then I should be able to energize the whip, put a little energy into it, and get him to kind of pick up the pace there, and lower the energy by just sucking it back a little bit. Kind of lean into him a little bit, kind of wave it at him once. If he fails to pick up the pace, I'll give him a little double smooch. But I wanted to try to recognize the position of the whip. And then if I lower the energy of the whip, he should slow back down to a walk. If I lean in, and he fails to pick up the pace, then I'll kind of snap it at him a little bit. If I kiss to him, I want him to lope. If he fails to lope, I would have snapped the whip at him. Then I kind of watch his cadence here. If I see him start to break down to a trot, I just smooch at him and back off a little. Drop the whip. Then right here, I wanted to see, I'm putting this whip, the energy of this whip's going towards his ribs right here, see? He can tell the difference between me putting that whip towards his shoulders or towards his ribs. So I should be able to move your shoulders, now move your ribs. See how he's coming to me? He's not driving his shoulders away there. I can send him away here at the shoulders, and then bring him forward at the ribs, or send him out at the shoulders. Or draw him back in, energy at the ribs, and bring him forward. Have him pick up the pace a little. See, he had a little bog in his head there. See? I need to pick up the pace, bog his head a little bit. Just kind of ease him down. Good stuff. So that to me is a pretty good warm-up session in a round. The colt that bucked me off here a couple months ago, wildest, roughest bronc ride I ever went on, I'm going to tell you. But I always test my colts out before I ever get on them. I want to make sure I got some softness. I know some people think you shouldn't do lateral flexion and have them stand still because they say the rein should be connected to the feet. But in his case, if his direct rein comes, I want that foot to step this way if the direct rein comes out here. If this, what I call a neutral rein, gets engaged, I want his feet to come to a stop. If he feels me pick this rein up like this, then I want the hip to kick away. So yeah, his rein is connected to his feet, but each rein angle has meaning. Each rein angle has direct rein out here, come here, meaning. And if this goes up, the hip should want to kick away. If it comes down here to this neutral position, he should want to plant his feet. I do that on both sides, especially on this colt here. I'm gonna make sure his feet are pretty well squared up. And I'll do a same little routine. Every time I get on this horse, I'm gonna let him know I'm coming. He makes me nervous. I am tracking here. Make sure he knows I'm coming. I'll bend him just a hair, make sure his feet are pretty square. Let him know I'm coming. Head on him. Then just throw my leg over. Hope everything's okay. Love on him a minute. Then step him off. Good boy. I'll just kind of let him walk off quiet. But here again, we talk about rein position. This rein comes out. I want that right front stepping across. This rein comes up. I want that hip stepping away. This rein comes down here to neutral. I want those feet to stop. So I should be able to ride him forward. Tickle the rein to the right. If he feels that rein come out, he should step. Feels that left rein go out, he should step left. Step left. Feels that rein get picked up, the hip should try to break away. If he feels that rein come here to neutral, down here, his feet should come to a stop, and he should soften his face. And that's how I warm my colts up. Another thing I try to emphasize is I want my hands connected to my eyes. I want my reins short enough that if I milk that slack out, I can almost make contact. So if I milk 4 fingers, I've made contact. So I want my hands connected to my eyes. I'm always looking where I want my horse to go. If I want to go straight, I look straight. If I want to go left, I look left. My hands go with my eyes. And I always kind of pick up on the inside rein and then kind of bump with the outside rein like this. So I kind of do a little neck rein, a little direct rein, a little bit of neck rein, a little bit of direct rein. So I'll kind of pick the inside up to elevate shoulder. I'll pick the inside up to elevate shoulder this way. I don't pick up like this to make my turn. I pick up like this to make my turn so that my neck rein stays low down here. Now I can just about step him across with just a neck rein there. See how low my hand is? Good. And now I should be able to see how he changed when my eyes changed. It's not because my reins so much changed. I should be able, if he fails me here, I can kind of help him with hand and then bump him with leg and kind of get him listening a little better to that neck rein. And then when that rein comes neutral, everything should come to a stop and we should get soft. Okay.